Today we are continuing to add some fall color into the garden. I'm refreshing some existing plantings, both in containers and in the ground. I'm making some fun new containers, mixing vegetables and flowers, and adding some fall touches. Let's continue to bring fall color into the garden. Last week we planted a gorgeous pair of containers, so go check it out if you've missed it. I also gave you a wonderful update of all the new blooms in the garden for the season, so it's a not to miss. And today I want to continue the fall preparations. And just behind me are the rest of the plant haul for the season. So I was thinking we could refresh the containers that I put together for summer. So let me show you what I picked. If you watched the previous video on fall planting this year, you couldn't have missed this beautiful rudbeckia called Little Gold Star. I thought those yellow flowers were absolutely cheerful. So I have another 2 plants that we can dot around the garden to get that repeat interest. I think I showed you this last time. It's Coreopsis Fool's Gold. It has really cute dainty flowers, so I picked up 2 of this and I just really love those blooms. Of course, it couldn't be fall without echinaceas, so I picked up 2 beautiful specimens. Look at this. And I have tried a couple of times to overwinter them in the garden without success. But the plus side is I get to try out new varieties every year. And this time I picked up a variety called Cheyenne Spirit. I just thought the apricot color was absolutely lovely. Really in keeping with the tones of the season, but not so bright. Again, 2 plants, it's full of buds, and we can dot them around. Don't forget to check the sales section because you can find some really beautiful surprises, like this viburnum. Right now it's already in its berry stage, but before that you'd have had some beautiful white flowers. And I thought just the berries would look absolutely lovely with the rest of the color scheme we have in the garden. Really love that gorgeous purple shade. It does have a bit of a yellowing leaf issue, but I treated with iron, so we'll see if that improves the situation, but otherwise, as soon as we settle it in the landscape, it should pick right up. Well, it can't be fall without talking about sedums. I can never remember the new proper botanical name, so to me there will always be sedums, even though that's now not technically accurate anymore. And the mix of sedum plus that beautiful red color was just too good to pass up. Sedum Sun Sparkler Firecracker. They're going to stay small, pretty compact, so they're going to be really great either for a table or low bowl. I already have sedums in my garden, the classic Autumn Joy that produces the cutest little pink flowers, and also another one that's also with the beautiful shades of purple. I think it's called Chocolate Cherry. I got it at the David Austin's Garden Center actually. Can't wait to use these. And to complete the color from the berries of the viburnum, I'm also adding another shrub, which is a Lagerstromia, Indica Black Solita. It normally blooms in July, August, and September. Now, we had a little bloom here, but it's completely faded, but it was a gorgeous light pink, which contrasts really nicely with that beautiful rich dark foliage. It's pretty frost hardy, down to -15 degrees Celsius, so I think this is going to do well in the garden, especially because the weather stays pretty mild. I mean, look at this color. I'll pop it in a container now and then we'll install it in the landscape. So I was thinking the border that we have, in front of the house, the lone one for now until I finalize some garden plants, it's gonna be pretty sad looking over winter. So I decided that once my annuals are gonna die back and I have to cut back all my perennials, I might grow some winter crops. I thought that would be pretty fun, that will give us something to look at, that would be a fun way to utilize the space and not let it go to waste, plus it's gonna look pretty and produce some food. So I picked up some plug plants at the garden center, some red cabbage, I think this is a variety called Romanov, another white cabbage here, and also some kohlrabi. Look how cute this is! Okay, those were the plants. But before we plant, of course, we gotta clean up and make some space. So we're gonna start by cleaning up the containers and the borders to make room for all those gorgeous plants. And as I go, I'm also gonna make sure to either collect seeds or leave them to spread in the flower bed. So things like cosmos, for example, can, pop back again from where they were planted. So we'll do that and then get to planting. In this little container right here, I had one euphorbia and a geum and a lupin, and I just regrouped 2 other euphorbias that I had because I really wanted that beautiful mounded impact. I had a plant under the David Austin rose and over there under the dahlia. Now we have a little trio. I think these should keep going until the first frosts. I just love those wispy blooms and I think they have to stay. I'm also not too sure what to do about the basil because it's towards the end of flowering, granted, but there's still some color on it. So basically, I think I'm gonna leave the 2 basil plants here in the middle. Also the verbena because it still looks absolutely gorgeous. And then also over on this side, I also had a lupin here that I repotted and I'm gonna try to keep hold of it until I'm ready to replant in the landscape. Oh my gosh. Well, actually talking about, I was seeing a bee. I don't know if you saw it, it was really fast. Okay, I have a few plants left over. I had also picked up this beautiful allium that I wanted to add in a flower bed, but I was thinking maybe we could do this berry. Let's see, let's try to find a container. Okay, I was thinking maybe something like this. Just pulled out an old lined basket that I already had on hand. Some of the vegetables I had bought for winter bedding. I think this might work. Let's plant it and see. Then I want to try to tuck in a sedum at the front. Now that the containers are all refreshed, it's time to tackle our border. Over the summer, I had color from wonderful annuals, more specifically Cosmos and Nicotianas, but I didn't do a second sowing, so the Cosmos interests are failing and most of them are currently setting seed. So I thought it would be fun to add something now that will also carry us through winter and then next spring. This is why I picked cabbages, because they're going to be cold hardy and also are going to produce food. So I thought that was pretty fun and would give us that true cottage core vibe. A little over a week ago, I also sowed some dwarf runner beans, and I'm hoping we can get one last crop in before the frosts. So I just added around some cabbages, some kohlrabi, and another type of cabbage. And I'm really thinking ahead to what this might look like in the winter. The dahlias are going to be cut back. Most of the perennials, including the sedums, are going to be cut back. So there's going to be a whole lot of nothing. So this is why I peppered around some vegetables. I think we definitely are going with the cottage style. Another cabbage in there. Those are going to grow massive. They're going to be ready to harvest in spring. And so they're going to give us something to look at. And we might add more. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it inspired you to prepare your fall garden. I know it's still late summer, but there's a few things that we can do now to ensure a beautiful fall through to winter garden. And I definitely hope this gave you some ideas. So do let me know also your favorite fall plants. I did share a couple between this video and the previous one about the container planting. So just let me know what's your favorite fall plant. So I'll see you next week. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Hello. What are we doing? Surveying the grounds.